In the last video, we covered the first three investor types: the speculator, the cash flow investor, and the tax benefit investor. Now the other three. And remember, watch for the one that feels a little too familiar. Type 4. The equity builder. This investor takes little or no cash flow today in exchange for forced equity, the loan paying down, the value going up. The whole game is net worth 10 years out. The trap is liquidity. Equity locked in a property that doesn't pay, you can turn from an asset into an anchor the moment life needs cash. But there's a quiet superpower here too. Equity is a shock absorber. When the market seizes, the over-leveraged guy panics and sells at the bottom. The equity builder just holds. Equity buys you the one thing that wins in real estate: the ability to wait. So ask yourself, am I really playing the 10-year game, and can I hold through the years it costs me money? Type 5. The hands-off operator. Syndications, notes, rates, triple net. Real estate without the toilets and tenants. The price of that freedom: lower returns, less control, and fees that don't always show up front. And I'll tell you the contradiction I've watched ruin people's expectations for 50 years. They say they want hands-off, but they want active level returns from a passive seat. You can't have both. Pick one. Pretending otherwise just buys you disappointment on a schedule. So ask yourself, am I honestly willing to take the smaller return that truly passive money earns? Type 6. The active trader. Wholesalers, flippers, deal makers. This isn't a portfolio, it's a business. The money comes from the deal, not the hold. It's real, it's often lucrative, and it works. But be honest about what it is: it's a job. The day you stop trading, the income stops. I've watched traders wake up a decade in, still grinding for every dollar, because they never built anything underneath them. The ones who win long-term use the trading to throw off cash, and quietly use that cash to build a portfolio they can hold. The trade feeds you. The portfolio frees you. So ask yourself, am I building a business or a portfolio? And do I actually know which one I'm doing? Almost nobody is just one type. You're usually one primary with a second close behind. What matters is knowing which comes first, so you judge deals by your scorecard, not somebody else's. Here's mine. 3 moves over a lifetime. At 20, I owned 10 rentals. I'd buy almost anything. Different era, low down, no real qualifying, as long as the payment matched the rent. In my 30s, I turned into an equity investor. No deal under 25% equity going in. That rule let me finance myself out of deals and acquire faster and faster. And since 19, I flipped 1 to 3 houses a year before that word existed. Renovate, rent, refinance in the down markets, refinance again in the strong ones, always pulling cash out. Today, strict cash flow, nothing else. And here's the number that matters. The second time around, it took 7 years of stacking cash flow to reach the day I never had to work again. 7 years. That's the whole game. Here's your assignment, and it takes 1 minute. Before you analyze anything, write your type at the top of the page, then make sure your math matches it. Cash flow investor, cash on cash after every real expense, not cap rate, not IRR, current cash on the money you actually put in. Tax investor, after-tax return with depreciation, and confirm you qualify before you count it. Speculator, model the appreciation out loud, then stress test it. What if prices go flat for 3 years? If the deal dies, it was never a deal. It was a hope. And here's my secret. I love downturns. Crisis and confusion in real estate is exactly where the buying happens. More on buying right soon. So, what are you actually trying to accomplish? Write it down before you watch one more thing on this channel. It's the frame for every deal and every strategy we'll ever do together. Next, I'm taking apart the single most expensive habit in residential real estate: the cash flow calculation that isn't one. If you've ever subtracted a mortgage from a rent and called the difference profit, that video's got your name on it. I'll see you there.